What's up, y'all? We back. Episode 4, Misfortunes. Okay, look at me, y'all. I could get used to this. Royal Guard Josh said, "Who's there?" It's just me. Who's skulking around this palace this late at night? Man, y'all, it's tank top. My wig off. I'm naked. Y'all. Look at him. Did he not see me because it's too dark? Because I'm right here. Maybe if I slowly sink down and swim away. Josh said, "Girl, I can hear you." Show yourself. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. Should I do nothing? I'm a tell. Do I slowly back away and escape? He can catch me, y'all. I'm gonna tell him the truth. Look, I was just taking a bath. Can you please leave me alone? Josh said, "You that lady in waiting who resisted capture during the draft. Jess, right?" I said, "Yeah, this is me, the one and only. I ain't do nothing wrong this time, though. Leave me alone." He said, "As a matter of fact, you are not allowed to bathe out here." I said, "Bro, do you have to be this much of a jerk? You realize I'm not dressed." He said, "Girl, I don't care about none of that. I can't even see you." I said, "I can see you, you stupid." He said, "Fine, get dressed. I'll be at the other side of the bush when you're done. Don't even think about running away, because you got some explaining to do, girl." Okay, fine. Get out of here, tank top. Okay, here I go, y'all. After putting your maid clothing back on, you reach for your white wig, but a strand of wig hair is caught in the weed on the ground. Unaware of the tangled strand of wig hair and weed, you pull, and the wig fall right into the water. Y'all, can't put this on my head. What can I do? I guess he gonna see my hair and send me to the king. I mean, my hair is white, so I don't really... I think that's a glitch, y'all. Like, I think my hair is supposed to be black. What's the worst that can happen anyway? I'll just end up like outsider Wade. Big deal. I ain't some old guy who can't fight back and submit his fate. I'll fight this, period. I'll get out. Okay, here go nothing, y'all. Okay, well, what now? You gonna lock me up? He said, "If that was my purpose, I would have done it back in there. I could care less if you were dressed or not." I said, "You see what I am now. What do you want from me?" He said, "I just want to know why you bathing out here. All ladies in waiting are to use the bathhouse. Although, I'm not about to seize you just for not using the bathhouse." Okay, well, what about my hair? He said, "Why would I care about your hair? I'm here to make sure you ain't up to something." It's my duty to ensure the king's safety, and I'll not have mercy on you if you try anything. Okay, you really ain't gonna say nothing about my hair. He said, "I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here, girl." I know your appearance may have altered the king's judgment on your actions, but it won't work on me. Sight is just a distraction. I made sure sight would never cloud my judgment long ago. What you mean sight is just a distraction? What are you talking about? Wait a minute. Is this for real? Staring right into Guardsman Josh's gray, lifeless eyes, you think back. Look at me, y'all. Without looking, the royal guard swayed his body away from your swift attack. Okay, you blind? He said, "When you were done stating the obvious, I'm still waiting for your explanation." I said, "I thought your gray eyes were just Ethanian, light color. You." He said, "Girl, I'm gonna ask you one last time. Why are you not using the bathhouse?" Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep my secret without lying. Okay, one influence point. Okay, I can't share the bathhouse with nobody else. I got my reasons. I'm not trying to do anything bad. I just have to bathe alone. I may be a lowly peasant, but I do not lie. Period. He said, "All right, I believe you." Okay, just like that. He said, "I can hear your sincerity. Just don't do this again." Okay, I guess I have to use Alana's bath after all. Okay, fine, I won't bathe here again. Okay, now that I'm not in trouble anymore, you take a good look at Royal Guard Josh. Under the moonlight, you can see his grayed out, lifeless eyes looking at nowhere. Even without the shine in his eyes, you can still feel the coercion within. Well, honestly, he kinda hot. Okay, so have you always been blind, Josh? How you so good at fighting? He said, "I've been trained to fight since I was a child, and I blinded myself 2 ages ago." Okay, why would you blind yourself, though? He said, "But girl, this ain't about me." Okay, but why? He said, "You better go. Charles will be taking over the patrolling shift soon." Okay, well, good night then. Bye, Tank Top. Alright, the next day, y'all. Okay, look at us. Why am I on the floor? Solana, you can't share that bed. I guess can't nobody see me in the bed. I don't know. Solana said, girl, what happened to your wig? Oh, I forgot about my wig. Solana. Girl, you won't believe what happened last night. She said, please don't tell me somebody saw your hair. I said, well, my secret is still safe. In great details, you tell Solana everything that happened last night. Look at her laughing. From cleaning the balcony to taking the bath in the lake. Look at her getting the tea. You tell her how you lost your wig and everything about the blind royal guard. Solana said, you seriously didn't know he was blind? Okay, girl, how would I know that? You people and your light color features are very confusing to me. Right. Well, that's the whole story anyway. She said, you got lucky, Jess. If it was Royal Guard Charles who saw you, look, I don't even want to think about that, sis. She said, the most urgent matter right now is your hair. Okay, I guess I gotta find another wig. She said, there is no way we can get another periwig, especially not while we're in the palace. Okay, so now what? She said, I have an idea. Okay, what's up? She said, wait here. What you got? I got a bad feeling about this. Why are you running off like that? She said, first we need to tie up your hair. Okay. Yo, my hair is light already. Okay, this is a nice updo, but my hair's still dark. It ain't really. It's a glitch, but okay. She said, I'm not done yet here. What you doing, Solana? Girl, I look ridiculous, right? She said, well, that's the best I can do, girl. Okay, I guess. She said, maids do wrap their long hair up in scarves. It's easier to work when your long hair doesn't get in the way. Okay, well, I'm glad you found a silver lining in this punishment, girl. She said, at any rate, it's time to meet Madame Raquel. Zeddy said she didn't like to be disturbed. Okay, I'm sure she'll like you though, sis. Come on, let's go. Okay, look at Cletus, y'all. Solana said, Your Majesty, Your Graces. Penelope said, Consort Solana. Why are you laughing like that? Solana said, excuse me, Your Grace. Bianca said, my apologies. I couldn't help noticing your lively lady-in-waiting and her interesting attire. How can you bring shame to Consort Solana dressing like this? Girl. Okay, hold on, y'all. Too bad I gotta keep my cool. Hold on. I'm gonna take the high road, y'all. I'm gonna keep it cute, you know? I said, you look very beautiful, Your Grace. I should have did that lock thing. It's an honor to finally see your remarkable blue wavy hair. Y'all, I can't talk reckless to her because the last person that talked reckless to her is dead. She's 6 feet under. So I can't be talking about sucking biatch to Bianca. Bianca said, rumor said you were just a barbaric serf. I guess you do have some manners. And girl, don't let me catch you in the street, girl. King Cletus said, Consort Solana, what's up? He said, it's not right for a lady-in-waiting to follow you around looking like that. Why are they shading me like this, y'all? I'll let the queen know. She's gonna send a proper lady-in-waiting gown. Bianca said, we should get Jess a pretty blue dress. Maybe she'll end up prettier than Consort Solana. Ooh! Solana. Upon hearing concubine Bianca's words, Solana's face darkened. Okay, she's trying to drive a wedge between me and Solana, y'all. Listen, I'm honored, Your Grace, but my lady Solana is not only beautiful, she is also kind, graceful, and intelligent. So suck it. You can't just change her clothes and that be that. I don't even compare to my good sis, Your Grace. Period, Solana. King Cletus said, well said. Her exceptional kindness is what impressed me indeed. Consort Solana is beautiful inside and out. Listen, that's what I'm talking about. Solana said, thank you, Your Majesty. I only wish I could be half as beautiful as concubine Bianca. She said, well, aren't you sweet? As for my lady-in-waiting's attire, I believe it was part of her punishment for disrespecting Your Majesty. Jess would very much like to keep wearing maid clothing to show her earnestness of redeeming herself. King Cletus said, I see. I will not make the arrangements then. King Cletus eyes you up and down. Ooh, you feeling the kid? You feel a bit uncomfortable when his eyes meet yours. King Cletus said, your lady in waiting may be wearing maid clothing, but she still looks lovely. Ooh! Yo. Okay, time to go. Right. Please excuse us, your majesty. Consort Solana and I have to be on our way. Solana said, we were on our way to Madame Raquel's, your majesty. He said, I won't keep you then. Okay, your majesty. Bye, y'all. Bianca, don't let me catch you in the street, girl. Don't let me catch you in the street. Talk about how I look, laughing and stuff about how I look. Girl. Okay, I guess a madam gives you a place like this. Dawn said, greetings, my lady. Solana said, are you Madame Raquel's lady in waiting? She said, her grace prefers to live alone. I am Dawn, a maid assigned to the royal quarter. I said, so you like me, Zeddy, and Raven, right? She said, no, girl. I'm not like y'all. I only serve her majesty, Madame Raquel and Madame Dolores. Okay, so you a high-class maid, right? Solana said, this is such a beautiful court. It's unlike any places I've seen in the palace. Dawn said, Madame Raquel was a princess from Zubia. The king had this built in the Zubian way. Okay, her grace must be very important to his majesty. She said, indeed, his majesty was gripped by Madame Raquel's unique beauty. Please excuse me, my lady. Are you here to see Madame Raquel? Solana said, yes, I am. She said, please allow me to notify her grace. Okay. Yeah, that lady said she is not like us. She is not like us. She only served the high-powered queens up in this castle. Okay, girl. Solana said, Madame Raquel must be so beautiful. I said, for real. He built this fancy court just for her? Right. Solana said, I'll never be able to get half as much affection from his majesty. I said, girl, don't talk like that. The king obviously likes you a lot. Dawn said, Consort Solana is here to see you, your grace. Raquel said, isn't she the one with that lady in waiting who caused a ruckus in the draft? Yeah, what about it? Dawn said, yes, your grace, she's the one. Her lady in waiting is here too, in maid clothing. Madame Raquel said, if the queen sent her to me instead of mentoring her, she must not want her on night attendance. Her majesty knows I don't associate myself with the consorts. Ooh, the fact that the lady in waiting is wearing maid clothing speaks a lot. Dawn said, how would you like to proceed, your grace? Raquel said, I won't go against the queen. Tell her I'm resting. Dawn said, yes, your grace. Okay, y'all. That lady don't want to... Y'all. Why you acting like that? Dawn said, Madame Raquel is resting, my lady. Solana said, I understand. I shall wait for her grace. Dawn said, I'm afraid it'll be a long wait, my lady. Solana said, I have to see Madame Raquel for my training. I'll wait for her grace outside. Dawn said, as you wish. Yo, this lady about to... She about to just let me wait out here forever. Alright, meanwhile at Queen Mara's chamber. Roxanne said, thank you for this beautiful necklace, your majesty. I shall treasure it. Queen Mara said, empresses have to dress according to their ranks, or I would have given you a pretty dress. It may not look much, but I had it specially made for a reason. This necklace on top of your pretty face should be enough to make you stand out among all the consorts. Girl, please. Roxanne said, thank you so much, my queen. I don't know what to say. I shall not disappoint you. Shall we continue the training? Queen Mara said, you learn well, but night attendance training is not to be rushed. I want to see the new blossoms at the garden. Walk with me? She said, it would be my honor, your majesty. Roxanne, you trash, girl. You are trash. Okay, here go Madame Dolores, y'all. Your majesty. Queen Mara said, here for the blossoms too, Madame Dolores. She said, indeed, your majesty. It's a waste if no one comes to admire them. Gwen said, concubine Velia would not come out ever since she was with child. I had to drag her out for some fresh air. Mara said, being pregnant does not take away your ability to walk or work, girl. You can be productive even when you bearing a child. Velia said, of course, your majesty. Gwen said, concubine Velia has been knitting, your majesty. Okay, concubine Velia ought to do more than that. Set a better example for the empresses, especially the new consorts. I don't want to see any more spoiled empresses just because they are with children. Velia said, yes, your majesty. I shall resume my duties at once. Mars said, come, consort Roxanne. Come on, girl. Dolores said, don't worry, girl. The queen will look past this eventually. Velia said, she will never forgive me. Gwen said, girl, you can't control that. She ain't got no right to treat you like this. Velia said, she is our queen. She has every right to do anything she wishes to me. This is all my fault. Girl, stop thinking like that. You could have stopped that even if you tried. What, getting pregnant? You weren't supposed to get pregnant. Gwen said, cheer up, Velia. Everything will be fine. Dolores said, shall we head back? Okay. Y'all, there's some tea going on in this castle. Okay, so there you go. 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. As you said, age changes every 4 winters. Then each of your age is 4 years of my time. You're 20 years old, Solana. You're older than me. She said, how long have we been sitting here according to your time? Look, I ain't got my watch, but it has to be a couple hours already. You do realize Madame Raquel is just avoiding you, right? Solana said, yes, Jess, but I have to do this. Maybe this is a test of my patience, my determination. Okay, maybe. Maybe she just don't want you, girl. Gwen said, look, there are 2 women outside Raquel's court. Dolores said, why would anybody come to see Madame Raquel? Shall we go talk to them? Solana said, I don't know, Jess. Maybe. Okay, Solana, we got company. Turn around, girl. Cuckoo. Stop talking about 24 hours. Solana said, your graces. Dolores said, I am Madame Dolores. Okay, it's Solana, your grace. And you must be concubine Velia and concubine Gwen. Velia said, you're one of the new consorts, aren't you? Yeah, I'm consort Solana. This is my lady-in-waiting, Jess. Gwen said, why is your lady-in-waiting dressed like a maid, girl? Look, I'm just being punished for disrespecting the king and queen, that's all. Quit worrying about it, mind your business. Velia said, consider you still alive, you got lucky, girl. Of course I'm lucky. After everything I said, I'm lucky to be alive. Velia said, I heard the rumors. You are a lively one indeed. Consort Solana is lucky to have you. Solana said, I feel the same, your grace. Dolores said, so why y'all waiting outside Madame Raquel's court? Solana said, Her Majesty had her seek out Madame Raquel for my night attendance training. Gwen said, of course she would. You poor girl. Poor baby. Dolores said, girl, Raquel do not associate with the other empresses. At this rate, you ain't never gonna have no training. However, as a madam, I can train you. Solana, that's great news, girl. Solana said, I really appreciate this, your grace, but Her Majesty... Dolores said, training new consorts is our duty. The queen can't punish me for carrying out my duty. Right. Come over to my court tomorrow. We'll start the training. Okay, yes, your grace. Thank you. She said, I should retire to my court now. Okay. Yeah. I really thought all these people were evil, girl. I guess there are some nice ones. Solana said, I don't think Madame Raquel is evil. She's just looking out for herself. I said, Zeddy did say Madame Dolores is concubine Bianca's half-sister. I'd be careful, Solana. Solana said, girl, I'm just going to train. Don't worry about me. Anyway, you should get ready for your maid duties. I said, I'm going to look around tonight, see if I can find that relic room. She said, just be careful. All right, girl, careful with my middle name. What you talking about? Yeah. Okay, look at me being a maid again. Hey, maid, you finish up your maid duties with Zeddy and Raven and head out to locate the relic room. I'm just walking around these people's palace. Why'd you ask Zeddy, girl? I mean, I guess that would have gave away the plan, but still, where would that room be? I wonder if it's near the king's chamber. It probably is. About to get caught. Okay, these medieval people really need to have smaller palaces and better toilets, right? Have me a place I can wash my hair, you know what I'm saying? Who that? Oh, yo. Oh, Lord. Okay, it might be one of these rooms, but how can I check? Why that man following me, y'all? I know I ain't supposed to be in here, but still. Oh, Lord. He said, girl, what you doing here? Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I got lost. Can you tell me how to get back to the consort quarter? He said, girl, you in the royal quarter. I think you are well aware of that, right? Look, I don't know what you're talking about, sir. He said, you here to assassinate his majesty. What are you talking? What? I was just walking around. I didn't know his majesty was around here. Royal Guard Charles eyes you up and down with a smirk on his face. Look at he's looking at me, y'all. Okay, how can I talk this out, y'all? Look, I'm new to this palace. I just wanted to explore. If I were here to assassinate the king, would I be wearing a dress and coming unarmed? He said you can be wearing your maid clothing as a disguise to get here. Hiding a weapon is very easy under a dress like that. Bro, there is no weapon on me. What's wrong with you? He said there's only one way to find out, isn't it? What you? Hello? Yo! The royal guard approaches and starts ripping your clothes. I'm gonna punch him in his face because I mean business. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Move. He said, you're gonna regret this. Look, I gotta fight for my life, right? Oh, Lord, yo! Royal Guard Charles he delivers a quick yet powerful punch. Hello? Look at me on the ground, y'all! The attack comes so quickly that you could not dodge it, even with years of karate training. I got my lick in though, you know what I'm saying? Dazed by his attack, you can feel your consciousness slowly fading as the Royal Guard starts undressing you. He said, you are so beautiful. I've wanted to do this since I first laid eyes on you. What, knock me out? Oh, Lord. Somebody said, leave her alone. Yo.